discussion. Today, the former vice president and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, talking about Alhaji ATIKU Abubakar. You can see those visuals for yourself. Was received in Enugu State today by stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. And of course, you can actually confirm to the fact that this being like the sixth time the former vice president is running. And for you to talk about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, perhaps as though there are not other candidates like the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, who's come from a distance forth, left the People's Democratic Party to place the Labour Party as perhaps the most competitive opposition party at this time. I'm really afraid that your party, the All Progressives Congress, is in, like Nigerians would say, in a long thing. It is a very long thing. Comparatively, looking at the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, looking at the Labour Party, with what happened in Enugu State today, what
has happened in Enugu State today?
Look at how the reception for the PDP candidate. Look, I didn't expect that level of reception.
Let me tell you, what has happened in Enugu has always been happening. It will always happen.
Are you saying the Southeast are not supporting the People's Democratic Party?
I am saying that you do not judge the acceptability of a political contestant by the number of people who turn up in rallies and meetings.
So what standard should we use now?
First of all, the standard you should use is that these people, especially the three of them, have been in power before.
You're talking about the former...
all of them.
Okay.
Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State for 8 years. Atiku Abubakar was vice president of Nigeria for 8 years. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was governor of Lagos State for 8 years.
Okay.
So there is nothing secret about any of them. Their interventions in our lives is out there for public scrutiny. So it is not about the crowds. Let us forget about crowds. Let us forget about people that can be hired to come into a place. Let us, as Nigerians, begin to interrogate their interventions in our lives in the past. That is the only way we will know what they can do in the future. It is not what they say. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. The former vice president was the chairman of the Privatization Council in Nigeria. Let him give account. He was in charge of the economy of Nigeria for 8 years. Let him give account. The former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, was governor of Anambra State for 8 years. He has to give account. He has to give account on education. He has to give account on industrialization. He has to give account on transportation. He has to give account on wealth creation. He has to give account in revenue generation. Because in Nigeria, let me tell you, one of the biggest problems that we have in this country is that at the end of the month, every state, cap in hand, comes to Abuja to receive allocation. Let the likes of Peter Obi tell us how they were able to create wealth in their own state, as so much that whatever you get from the federal government is like jara, to use the Nigerian parlance. That is what has happened in Lagos State. When Jagaban was governor of Lagos State, he made a party 600 million naira as the internally generated revenue of Lagos State. He recreated the systems. And today, as I speak with you, last month, Lagos generated 52 billion naira. And whatever they got from the federal government was jara, to use the Nigerian parlance.
All of us know that Lagos State was the capital of Nigeria.
It does not matter. Calabar was the capital state of the capital city of Nigeria. Even before Lagos was. Lokoja was once capital of Nigeria. So let us not use those kinds of, those things that do not hold water at all. When as in 1999, Lagos was not just dilapidated, it was derelict, and it was a concrete jungle. Everything that you can imagine that happens in the jungle was happening in Lagos. Today, Lagos is the most organized state in Nigeria. It is the most viable state in Nigeria. It has moved from 28th economy of Africa to the 5th economy in Africa. It did not happen by chance. It did not happen because people had some dreams. No. People worked night and day. People envisioned what has happened to Lagos today. And you must give credit to where credit is due. You must give credit to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
But